like I said, go over some options to avoid this in the past. So just based on the overall relationship that you have with this account.
Yeah, it's been up and down.
You know, so that's why.
There's been other fraudulent activity. There was a mix-up with me sending a check to a place that it wasn't supposed to go. You guys kept. I mailed my rent check to a vendor, and I mailed the vendor check to my landlords. You guys had $1,500 or $1,600 of my dollars for the whole process was a 9-week process before my rent got paid. And obviously, the bank account, I don't trust keeping money in the account with you guys. So, all right, cool. That's that. Then that's that.
Well, back to the other issue with the insurance. It turns out when he did call AAA, nobody had ever heard of that company, and it turns out that this Unitrend is a subsidiary of AAA. But
yeah.
the incompetent person at AAA had never heard of this company. So those were legitimate charges.
Okay.
So that issue is already closed and done.
Okay.
But as far as, tell them, share them with the amount of the checks that went through that.
I never deposit. I never deposit my checks in the ATM. I always go into a branch, and I usually get, if my branch members know me, or this is my branch here, but by my workshop in the valley they know me, and I'll get a 1-day hold. I got a 4-day hold on stuff, and I didn't realize it was Columbus Day was the day that I made the deposit. I went to the bank, didn't realize you guys weren't open. I had written a check off of it, and I needed to get money in the account. So I put the money in the account, thinking I never deposit in it. I didn't realize there was a 4-day hold on it, and then I needed money, so other charges went against it, and I wasn't thinking, oh my God, there's a 4-day hold on this. I didn't even, I was busy, I wasn't looking at my bank account, So I knew that I had just put, that I had over $2,000 in my bank account, so I had written a rent check that you guys put a hold on the check first, and you held it for 2 days. Then you NSF'd it during the hold. There's a hold on my account with $2,000 in it, and you bounced a check. I get a text message from my landlord at 7:45 in the morning saying, Evan, you bounced the check on me. And then I go onto my account right then, and I have adequate funds in my account. How does that work?
So we bounced the check, but the funds were on hold, right?
The funds were on hold, and you NSF'd it. I don't.
So that's why they charged the fee, right?
Right.
Because they were on hold. So if the funds are on hold, they're not available in your account.
So
is that standard procedure to hold a check for 4 days from another institution?
Depending on the check, but yeah, that's standard. I mean,
Is it depending on the amount or depending on the bank?
It depends on the check. There's a lot of things that, why banks hold checks. Again, it goes back to the relationship. It goes back to it might not even be that. It might be just the actual check. Something triggered it.
I've never deposited in the whole time.
Right, we've had customers.
In the whole time I've been a customer with you, I have never deposited a check in my account that has bounced.
Right, and it has nothing to do with that. Again, sometimes it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the actual check, because everything is electronic now. So our banks do communicate with, depending on where the check is drawn on. So based on that,
why do you guys fight so hard for the $35?
I want to explain to you, if you allow me to explain to you how it works.
Sure.
You're asking me a question. If you allow me to.
I'm listening. Yeah.
So it has to do with the check also. There was reason for us to believe that we should hold this check. It has nothing to do. Sometimes it has nothing to do with the account. Your account specifically has to do with the check. Systems communicate nowadays. Okay, so we don't know exactly why there was a hold placed. I mean, why?
The check that I deposited came from an account that it's not.
Yeah, but it's a different check with you. It's a different bank. It's a different So we have to hold the funds, and that happens no matter whether you go into the ATM or to the teller. It's the same policy. There's no policies between going to the ATM.
It's not true. Never have I had a 4-day. Never do they put a 4-day hold on my checks when I go in. Never. it might come up on the screen, but then they go, hang on for a second, and they walk back, and then it's not, I don't have it. So I understand that I'm taking responsibility, but for 4-day hold when I just don't get it. I mean, it's not. It's a way to make profit, is the way I see it.
That's a discretionary, you know.
I know.
Like,
sure, it's your company policy.
That happens, because you do get a notification. Call the person who knows you. Call them and let them know, hey, look, I deposited this check through the ATM.
I don't know him to where. Have you ever tried to call Bank of America?
Yeah, I call it all the time.
Yeah, through internally.
Well, I mean, internally I call directly whoever I want to speak with.
Do you have an account with Bank of America?
I do, yes. But you know someone in that branch, right? You said you know someone in that branch. You can call that.
It's okay. This is. I mean, there's no resolve to this. It's going to stay. You're telling me it's going to stay where it's going to stay.
Right. We can help you to avoid this. You know.
I really have no interest in any information you guys have about how to avoid it. How to avoid it.
Okay. I mean, we just want to help you.
I understand, and I understand like your guys' as a human, and as guys that are my age. Dude, this shit is this company is bad news. So is Chase, and so is the rest of them. And November 5th is not a joke. Go on the internet. It's not a joke, dude. As a human being, like, think of another place to work, because it's horrible. This whole system is horrible. And I know I'm not the most responsible guy with this Bank of America account, but what you guys tell me is the way you can stop it is open another account with us. Give us more of your money. The sales representative that I talked to on the phone was like a programmed, like she was programmed.
You don't even have to open accounts with us, and I mean, there's other ways to avoid those, but you know. If you would like us to go over, we're here to help you.
I'm not interested.
Come back whenever you change your mind, and you don't have to open accounts anymore. I mean, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to help you. And
I wouldn't imagine you guys have had any new accounts. Did you guys get people coming in asking for new accounts?
We don't go for people opening accounts, but the relationships that we do have, the relationships that we do have.
So what is your, when you do refund on an NSF?
There's not a policy as to whether I reverse one today and therefore I'm not going to reverse one tomorrow. Again, it just has to do with the
account. It's individual.
Right. It's just like when credit cards, when you go late on your phone bill, when you go late on your insurance, they'll probably reverse fees.
Yeah, no, I understand, once or twice, right.
Right.
So I just didn't know if you guys had a limit, or it's all based on individual.
Based on individual.
It is, okay. Could you validate for me? Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was nice to meet both of you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Bank of America. You guys all need to find new jobs. Corporate America does not have a pulse. It does not have a soul. But it's got a whole army of followers. The time for change is immediate. Your money will be worth nothing very soon.